Okay, good day everyone. Today this is the second video in our series talks about analysis on USD Canadian dollar. On the first video we identified our zones / support and resistance levels as well as our daily zones. We identified our zones on the weekly time frame as well as our zones on the monthly time frame. And now we're going to be doing the same but for trend lines. So we're going to be identifying our trend lines on the weekly and the daily time frame. So what are trend lines? Trend lines can be defined as a line drawn across chart indicating the general direction that price is moving in. Trend lines can be defined as a line drawn across chart indicating the general direction price is moving in. Trend lines are drawn by connecting two peaks in the case of a downtrend or two troughs in the case of an uptrend. Let's demonstrate. So we have two peaks here, 1, 2. That makes a valid trend line. But this trend line is actually made invalid because it has recently been broken. So we can now either do this. We can move this here to make it a valid trend line that makes it two peaks. Or we can draw a different trend line from here, like this. So both of these are valid weekly trend lines. Of course, there are a lot more rules when it comes to drawing trend lines, but I'm not really doing these videos to explain what trend lines are and all the information. Those will be on different videos. These videos are plain and simply for my talk about analysis. So now we've drawn our bearish trend lines. Can we draw any bullish trend lines? Because I think I can draw some, but I want to see if they still remain valid. So we have, wow. So we have a very valid bullish trend line like this. This is on that weekly trend line. You can see that these are my two troughs, my two bases in this case. And here we have these as my peaks. And here we have these as my peaks. This is quite easy to understand, right? Very simple, very straightforward. Okay, now let's do the same. Okay, let me do this. Let's do the same thing on the daily time frame now. So are there any bearish or bullish trend lines that we can draw on the daily time frame? I can already see one bullish trend line which I can draw like this. I could choose to make it a little bit steeper, but let's leave it like this. So this is going to be my daily trend line. And it doesn't seem that we have any weekly trend, any daily bearish trend lines to be drawn here. The ones that we may have to draw, they've already long since become invalid. For example, we could draw a daily trend line like this, but it's long since become, oh, okay, it has long since become invalid. But if we put into consideration diagonal support and resistance levels, where price bounces like this once and then twice, and then comes over to bounce off of the other end. Oh, wow, this looks like this looks like something that might actually happen. That looks like something that might actually happen. The back of the trend line, not to mention the third bounce of the back of a bearish trend line, the third bounce of a bullish trend line, and that point is being guarded by a weekly zone. That honestly does look like a very valid point to expect price to make a sudden turnaround. So that's it for today's video, or that's it for this current video, talked about analysis. Trend lines. Next we are going to be doing is identifying our trend origins.